Welcome back to Motivational Repo, your home for inspiration and growth. Today, we're diving deep into a topic that goes far beyond your bank account. We're not just talking about financial strategies, we're exploring the very mindset that can keep you trapped in a cycle of lack, regardless of how much you earn. This is about the psychology of scarcity versus abundance. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to build wealth effortlessly, while others struggle paycheck to paycheck, no matter how hard they work? The answer often lies not in their circumstances, but in their minds. It all begins with our earliest experiences, the lessons we learned about money and resources long before we ever earned our first dollar. Childhood conditioning plays a monumental role in shaping our financial destinies. If you grew up in a household where money was a constant source of stress, where the phrase "we can't afford that" was a common refrain, you likely internalized a scarcity mindset. This isn't about blame, it's about understanding the roots of our beliefs. These early experiences create deep-seated neural pathways. Your brain learned that resources are limited, that opportunities are scarce, and that holding on tightly to what you have is the only way to survive. This conditioning becomes a subconscious filter through which you view the world. It dictates your emotional responses to money, your decisions about spending, and your willingness to pursue opportunities. Now, let's contrast this with an abundance mindset. This is the belief that there is plenty to go around, that opportunities are everywhere, and that value can be created. Someone with an abundance mindset doesn't see another person's success as a threat to their own. Instead, they see it as proof of what's possible, drawing inspiration rather than feeling envy. They understand that money is a tool, a form of energy that flows. It can be circulated, invested, and used to create even more value for themselves and for others. This isn't about naive optimism or ignoring reality. It's about a fundamental shift in perspective from "there's not enough" to "how can I create or attract more?" One of the biggest hurdles created by a scarcity mindset is the fear of taking calculated risks. This is a critical mental block that prevents so many from achieving financial freedom. Calculated risks are not the same as reckless gambling. They involve research, planning, and a clear understanding of the potential upsides and downsides. Think about investing in a new skill, starting a small side business, or putting money into a diversified portfolio. These actions all carry some element of risk, but they also hold the potential for significant growth. However, for a mind conditioned by scarcity, any potential for loss is terrifying. The thought of losing even a small amount of money can trigger a primal fear of not having enough, of being left with nothing. This fear keeps you in your comfort zone, which, paradoxically, is often the riskiest place to be financially. Relying on a single source of income without ever trying to grow your assets is a fragile strategy. The scarcity mindset whispers, "What if you fail? What if you lose everything?" It magnifies the potential negative outcomes and minimizes the potential for positive returns. This internal dialogue paralyzes you. You might see a great opportunity, do all the research, and even know deep down that it's a good move, but the fear holds you back at the last second. You might tell yourself you're just being responsible or cautious. But true responsibility involves planning for growth, not just hunkering down and hoping for the best. This mental block isn't just about big investment decisions. It shows up in small ways every single day. It's the hesitation to ask for a raise you know you deserve because you're afraid of being told no. It's choosing not to buy a book or take a course that could expand your skills because it feels like an unnecessary expense. Each of these small decisions, driven by fear, reinforces the cycle of scarcity. You miss out on opportunities for growth, which in turn confirms your belief that opportunities are rare and that you must hold on to every penny. The abundance mindset, on the other hand, reframes risk. It asks, what is the potential for growth here? What could I learn from this experience, even if it doesn't go exactly as planned? It understands that failure is not a final destination but a data point. It's feedback that can be used to make better decisions in the future. People with this mindset are more willing to invest in themselves because they see themselves as their greatest asset. A new skill or expanded knowledge isn't an expense, it's an investment with potentially infinite returns. They understand the concept of asymmetric risk, situations where the potential upside is far greater than the potential downside. They actively seek out these opportunities. So, how do we begin to dismantle these mental blocks and shift from scarcity to abundance? The first step is awareness. You must become a conscious observer of your own thoughts and feelings about money. When a financial decision comes up, pause and listen to your internal dialogue. Is your first thought driven by fear or by possibility? Are you focused on what you could lose, or what you could gain? Simply noticing these patterns without judgment is a powerful act. You begin to separate yourself from the conditioning and realize that these scarcity-based thoughts are not an inherent part of who you are. The next step is to challenge these thoughts. When your mind says, "That's too risky," ask it, "Is it really? Or is it a calculated risk with a significant potential reward?" Reframe the narrative. Instead of "I can't afford it," try asking, "How can I afford it?" This simple change in language shifts your brain from a problem-focused state to a solution-oriented one. Surround yourself with abundance. This doesn't mean you need to be around wealthy people, but rather people who embody an abundant mindset. Listen to podcasts, read books, and follow creators who talk about growth, possibility, and creative problem-solving. Their perspective will start to seep into your own consciousness. Practice gratitude. Every day, take a moment to acknowledge the abundance you already have in your life, whether it's a roof over your head, a nourishing meal, or a supportive friend. Gratitude physically rewires your brain to look for the positive. It trains your mind to see the plenty that already exists, making it easier to believe in the plenty that is yet to come. Finally, take small, calculated risks. You don't have to bet the farm. Start by investing a small amount of money you're comfortable losing, or by dedicating 1 hour a week to developing a new, marketable skill. Each small win will build your confidence. It will provide tangible proof to your subconscious mind that taking risks can lead to positive outcomes, slowly eroding the old fear-based programming. Breaking free from a poor mindset is a journey, not an overnight fix. It requires patience, self-compassion, and consistent effort to challenge decades of conditioning. But the work is worth it. By shifting your core beliefs about money and opportunity, you unlock your potential not just to build wealth, but to live a richer, more expansive, and fulfilling life. You stop being a passive victim of your circumstances and become the active creator of your reality. You realize that your financial destiny is not written in stone, it is written in your mind. Thank you for joining us on Motivational Repo today. If this message resonated with you, be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss a video on your journey to a better you.